right, our first guest is one of our favorites. Please welcome the lovely, the wonderful Kristen Bell. So I know how hard this is because I've gone through this, but I know you just lost your dog a few days ago. How are you doing?
I'm okay. It was sudden and obviously a really big bummer, but we got to say goodbye. Both my girls got to say like a nice closing goodbye where they held her, and I didn't just take her to the vet and not let them see her. And she was 14 actually, and all I take from it is how grateful I am to have been able to spoil her like the queen she was for the last 2 years. So many people are like, they think senior dogs maybe aren't the best fit for them. And I know it's hard when something dies and people tend to think about that like, oh, it's gonna die. And I'm like, newsflash, everything is gonna die at some point. And I just hope that if anyone fell in love with Barbara, that they would open their hearts and homes to senior dogs, because their proclivities and getting to know them, it's so wonderful. I'll carry her forever in my heart.
Yeah, and I hope people watching, listening to this will be inspired by that. I think that's great. You're wonderful. You and Dax are so, I love you both, and I love that you're both so honest. And Dax was recently honest about that he strayed from sobriety.
Whoopsies.
Yes, and because he was sober for how many years?
16.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
And how's he doing now?
He is actually doing really great. I mean, look, everybody's up against their own demons. Sometimes it's anxiety and depression, sometimes it's substance abuse. And the thing I love most about Dax is that he was able to tell me and tell us and say, we need a different plan, right? Like, we have a plan. If he has to take medication for any reason, I have to administer it. But he was like, so we need a stronger plan. I was faltering, and I have to do some sort of emotional work to figure out why I wanted to use again. And one of the main reasons I love him is that he's also addicted to growth. He's addicted to evolving. And he was like, I don't want to risk this family, and I did. So let's put, new things in place to make sure it doesn't happen again. And he's, we're going back to therapy, and I love that he's addicted to growth, and I will continue to stand by him because he's very, very worth it.
You know what? It's interesting. I always look for the lesson in everything that comes into my life, because I think that it does come into your life for a reason. And I think just even, you've been married for so long, people have a tendency to get kind of into a groove or a rut or whatever, but the fact that you're going to therapy now because of this, like, it's just going to open up a whole new chapter and a wonderful new...
100%.
Yeah, he's healing well, because when you were here, when you were able to be here with me, he had one, it was like a dune buggy kind of accident, right? And
yeah, he shattered his hand.
Yeah.
He shattered his hand. He's doing fine. I mean, his shoulder was, on the second accident, they put a can opener in his shoulder, Ellen. I mean, I saw the pictures from the surgery. There is a straight up can opener holding his shoulder together.
That's hands, helpful.
I guess, are still hands. Though I will say he's net zero for knuckles, but they're in different places. They're all scattywampus. He lost a knuckle in the first accident, and then it started poking out right there. You can see on the video. And then he lost another one, and it came down a little bit. So, he's got the right amount of knuckles. They're just not in the right place.
Right. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to go to therapy now just after seeing that. That's what that's done to me. Well, I'm happy that he's healing well. I saw a picture this morning. What's happening with your girls making their own breakfast? I don't think it's going well, personally.
I'm trying so hard. Those are, first of all, okay, I've been trying to get them to make their own breakfast, because one of the things I've been doing in COVID is sleeping in a little bit later, right? Why not?
Yeah.
I know they're not going to use the stove. They know the rules. The problem is, we haven't had enough discussion about the colors on the plate. They were like, but we have a red color. I'm like, ketchup is not a vegetable. And if you go back to the other one, sadly, at the other picture, one of those plates is not a plate, it's a dog bowl lid.
I see that.
I don't, look, we're working on it is the point, but I'm not ready to give up sleeping in a half an hour later than them. And really, they just need calories, right?
Yeah, yeah. You'll show them. Hey, Kristen, we have to take a break and do some commercials here. They're very, very entertaining ones. So people will want to watch the commercials, and then we'll continue the entertainment after the commercials are over. We'll be back.
Hi, I'm Andy. Ellen asked me to remind you to subscribe to her channel so you can see more awesome videos, like videos of me getting scared or saying embarrassing things, like ball peen hammer, and also some videos of Ellen and other celebrities, if you're into that sort of thing. God!